Well, it's important. It's important. You know, we always kind of talk about, um, you know, those games you miss. In the games, you know, that last year, if we had won one more game, it would have put us in second place, I believe. So home court through the first two rounds. So, you know, not to say that everything would have gone the same way, but we would have been playing a game 7 at home. You know, just you think about those things. So, you know, to get off to a good start and beat teams like this, and especially playing a game, excuse me, where you play a team 2 times in what 3 days, 4 days, 3 days, whatever. It's important to get wins like this.
What have you thought of Lance so far? Just his energy seems to be kind of infectious, rubbing off. Maybe playing that Glenn Davis role as far as that goes.
Yeah, he's great, man. When he's engaged and he's into it, I mean, just the way he plays, you can see him. He just like bounces. You know, he doesn't just run. He's just ready to go, and he's always excited. So it's kind of our job to keep him, you know, keep that energy going in a positive direction. But he's been great, man. He you know, ever since really since we moved him to the first unit, he's been great.
He had that behind the back no look pass, almost connected.
I know. I told him it was my fault. I couldn't see it. I knew it. I was like, is he gonna try to pass? Oh, he tried to pass it, and it was going out of bounds. You know, it was a great pass. I just wasn't ready for it. I messed up his highlight reel.
Blake, in the second half, what did you see that you could take advantage of offensively in terms of mismatches, or how were your teammates? How are you getting open better in terms of your teammates or anything of that nature?
You know, they started switching a lot, high pick and rolls. They started, and, you know, obviously with DeMarcus out and some of their bigs in, you know, foul trouble. You know, I thought we just kind of tried to exploit some weaknesses and some mismatches. And then, you know, late there in the fourth quarter, they were switching a lot. So going to that free throw line is just takes so much pressure off of a mismatch, because you can't really double, you can't really front from there. So, you know, when we have shooters spread like we do in the corners, it makes it tough. So we just worked, we kept working, kept going to the plays that worked for us.
Blake, going back to Lance real quick, there was a alley-oop play. I think you had to talk to him at like mid-court, just kind of tell him, I don't know what that conversation was, or if you remember that, but is he being kind of receptive to that, and can you kind of go through what you were telling him?
The one where he threw it to DJ?
Yeah, he threw the oop, but you had something that, I guess you guys had kind of talked it through. I think there was a little break afterward too.
Well, it's just like he just gets excited, you know. He's so like it's great, you know, and like I said, it's our job to just like help him channel that. So yeah, he's been amazingly receptive to everything that we say to him. You know, sometimes you gotta tell. You know, we JJ, CP, DJ, and I have been playing together for 3 years now under Doc's system, and this is our 3rd year, and so we just know. We know our tendencies, and we know all this the ins and outs of the offense. So it's just really keeping him on track and helping him come along. But he's been great about being receptive to what we tell him.
And secondly, on I guess kind of a lower note, obviously Doc was coming back from Flip's funeral. Have you ever had to kind of deal with something like that and then have to go play a game or be part of a game after something like that?
Yeah, my rookie year, right after All-Star, one of my best friends passed away, and I remember flying straight from the All-Star game with my parents back home to Oklahoma, and then luckily we played in Oklahoma City Tuesday after All-Star, and it was weird because it was the first time I wasn't with the team and like met the team in the city, and it was also weird because it was my first time being back in Oklahoma, and it's just like kind of have all these emotions, but I thought our team did a good job of just like this morning and shoot around. Doc wasn't there, and just locking in. But it's tough. I didn't really know him that well, but every time I saw him, he always spoke to me. Was always a great guy, and the guys that I've talked to that have played for him, have said the same thing. So it's unfortunate, and basketball lost a good one.
Ben, last question. JJ talked about giving up golf this summer, and he made a list of 13 things he could get better at. It sounds like not only the big three for you guys, but basically the whole team sounds like you kind of like just focused and locked in on this season and what you need to do to get better. Do you kind of get that sense as well?
Yeah, I think we just all have kind of like that sense of, you know, just sense of urgency, I guess. It's just like you see a kind of a window and you see it not necessarily closing, but you realize that like you can't just keep doing the same things over and over. I think that was the biggest thing. That was something I talked to the team about before our first practice during our meeting. It's like, you know, we've had 4 or 5 years now, 4 years now of not making the play. I mean, not making it as far in the playoffs as we want. We can't just keep doing the same things and expect to get there. Like, that's not how it works. We have to all sacrifice something. And I think guys are doing that. And I think if we keep that attitude of you know, sacrificing, and it's not all about you, it's about the team, which is, you know, it's what teams always talk about. But if you really take it to heart, you see the difference in our play and the difference in our team. And I think you're starting to see that a little bit.
All right, thanks.